Most midges are easy to tie. This one is no exception. This is the twisted buzzer. This might be the cheat code for midge patterns. Here's how you tie it. I'm going to use a heavy wide gape scud hook for this pattern. This is a Daiichi 1120 in a size 16. You can tie these as small as size 20. Secure the bend of your hook in your vise and get a base of ultra thread started on the hook shank. This is olive 70 denier. Bring thread wraps back towards the bend of the hook and then forward again to about the hook's midpoint. Midge lace is used to make the body of this midge pattern. I'm using olive here, but you can use any color to match the color of midge in your home waters. Cut a 2 to 3 inch piece of midge lace from the pack, and we need to twist this material together to form a double helix body. In order to do so, I pinch it between my thumb and index finger with my right and left hand and twist in opposite directions. If you twist too intensely, the body will coil up on itself and not be uniform. The twist needs to be slow and steady, just until the material starts to wind on itself. Do this until you get a tight, coiled midge body that extends about 7 or 8 sections in length. And then bring the coiled body to your hook to be tied in. I like my midge body to extend just off the back side of the hook, and it might take you a couple of attempts to get the proper size and coiled structure of midge lace before you get it right. Don't worry if you mess up a few times with this midge lace. Just start the coiling process over and bring it back to your hook to be tied in. Once you capture both pieces of midge lace on top of the hook shank, bring your thread wraps rearward towards the center of the hook shank to capture it in place. You can pull your tag end of midge lace upward and trim it with your scissors. Use thread wraps to tidy up the front and create a little bit of a taper on the front head portion, and then bring your thread back to where you tied in that midge lace. On the underside of the hook shank, I'm going to tie in a piece of super floss. Here I'm using red, but again, you can use any color. I'm just going to capture the center portion of this super floss piece on the underside of the hook shank and make a couple of figure 8 wraps to secure this piece of super floss to the underside of the hook in a perpendicular fashion. Once you get this piece of super floss tied in, bring your thread back up to behind the hook eye, and you can put a half hitch there if you want to secure your thread wraps in place. I think that's a good policy. Save your work a little bit. You're going to pull these pieces of super floss forward simultaneously and hold them above the hook shank, above the hook eye. While you're holding this super floss, use your other hand to bring the thread over the top. Make 2 wraps over the top of the super floss before pulling that super floss back and making a few thread wraps in front to secure it in place. Just as you did with the midge lace, pull the super floss tags up and forward to trim them flush with your scissors. Then you can clean up your head with thread wraps, half hitch or whip finish, and trim your thread flush. Finally, I'm going to grab some UV resin, and it's best if you invert your hook here to ensure the resin will stay towards the top side of the hook shank, but just coat that front thorax section with UV resin to make a robust thorax for this midge larva, and then hit it with the light to set it in place. This might be one of the easiest midges that you can put into your box. The coiled midge lace body offers segmentation and translucence in lighter colors that perfectly imitates midge larva. I like using larger patterns in stillwater fisheries and in tailwater systems. These twisted buzzers are super simple, they're sparse, and they're very effective all year. I hope they help you out on your home waters. These are all the materials you'll need to tie the twisted buzzer. Head down to your local fly shop and ask for Larva Lace and Midge Lace by name. If they don't carry Larva Lace materials, make sure they go to hagensfish.com, ask for Lorie, and get the highest quality synthetic materials on the market. Larva Lace is a product of Hagen's in Mitchell, South Dakota, family owned and operated, and proud to support anglers all over the world. Please help our channel grow by liking this video, commenting on our videos, and sharing them with your networks. And you might as well go ahead and follow us on all our social media channels as well to make sure you get all of our content as soon as it comes out. Thanks for tying with Larva Lace. Here's to tight lines and well-tied flies.